5 days later, and we are ready to take our tubes out. I've already got a couple out here. Now we're going to get up on the step stool and take this next one out. You can see we've got this metal frame here just to keep these all nice and standing straight up. In some cases they get tipped over a little bit and they might be a little harder to get out, but if you grip it and give it a nice twist, you should be able to get it started. There we go. And there you have it. So you can see here we've got holes drilled in our PVC pipe. In this case, we took septic field pipe, but you can easily drill your own holes in PVC. This just allows moisture to drain out through the pipes while they're in there, and that's going to allow our compost to set up and our fungal networks to start to take shape, so that when we take these out, those holes are going to hold their shape on their own and provide a nice vertical shaft for airflow through the bioreactor. Now, if you're doing this at home, one of the first things you want to do is put down a tarp or ground cover underneath where your bioreactor is going to go. That's going to help us prevent weeds from growing up into that rich decomposing compost. Here at Leaf and Limb, we make a lot of these bioreactors, and so we can just put our reactor on top of the tarp after it's been filled. After we've taken out our drainage pipes, we're going to put a cover on our bioreactor. It's just a piece of tarp that goes on there and keeps things from getting in and messing with the bioreactor while it does its thing. It also keeps excess moisture from making the compost too wet. To put the correct amount of moisture into the compost, we've installed our irrigation system. So you can see our irrigation tube here going in through this small hole that we've cut. And that just goes to 6 small drip lines that are going to introduce the correct amount of moisture to the compost. As we discussed, the Johnson Sioux bioreactors need a certain level of moisture to function properly. Here at Leaf and Limb, we've set up an irrigation system with this manifold here that helps us to achieve that. And we've got a timer here that lets the whole system run for 1 minute each day, which keeps that moisture level right around where we want it. So in addition to checking our moisture content, we want to also be checking our temperature. We can do that with a probe thermometer like this. Just stick it right down into your compost. And the reason that we're doing that is that we're going to be introducing worms to our bioreactor. And we don't want it to be too hot for them. The composting process can be a bit hot at first, but as you're checking every day, you'll see that the temperature goes down slowly. And once it's down to about 85 degrees Fahrenheit, we're ready to add in worms. You can take about 100 worms, just toss them in there, and they will go down into the compost, help break it down, and just add to the rich biotic community of the bioreactor. After 9 months of patiently waiting, we finally have this, our finished product. It looks good, it feels good, it smells good, and that's because it's full of all kinds of good things, decomposing leaf litter, worm castings, and just all kinds of good organic matter and a rich microbial community. That makes it perfect for applications like fertilizing your yard, for making compost tea, and really for cultivating any kind of green space.